A very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the University of Manchester Information Session. My name is Josen, and I'm the Senior Program Counselor here in the Middle East Center, bringing you another Manchester Best. Today, we're going to be talking about the Global Masters Program and your journey. Ramadan Kareem, and I hope everyone is keeping safe during this holy month of Ramadan. Thank you for having us today, and I hope we can help you out with the information you seek. For any questions about the program, please don't forget to type in your full name, your contact number in the chat box, and if you wish for us to call you back, please include the best time to reach you. Now, tonight's agenda will focus on your goal. We will talk about who we are as a city, an institution. Where can we take you? What are the programs suitable for you? When is the right time to pursue your educational journey? Why Manchester? And how can you be a part of this amazing and exciting journey? Where can we take you? Let's watch this. The city of Manchester is known for its architecture, culture, social impact, scientific and engineering output, transport connections, musical exports, and sports clubs. Manchester is a city of notable firsts, in which in 1917, Ernest Rutherford changed the world when he split the atom at the University of Manchester, a breakthrough which resulted in the development of nuclear power as well as cancer-fighting radiotherapy. Another Manchester first is the Manchester Baby. A small-scale experimental machine was the first electronic stored program computer that was built at the University of Manchester in 1948. 1913. The suffragettes movement is an organization in the early 20th century leading women for the right to vote in public election for the very first time. Manchester is also the birthplace of Industrial Revolution and the discovery of graphene. Graphene is a form of carbon and one of the strongest, lightest, and most conductive materials known to humankind, which produce products like supercar panels, headphones, batteries, and other sports equipment, to name a few. Manchester is a world-renowned sporting city, home to two world-famous and iconic football teams, Manchester City and Manchester United. That's the dream! Manchester has long been a city to pave the way with the wealth of innovations, economy, and ideas of society it has produced over the decades. Manchester is a city to be admired and replicated, not just in the UK, but worldwide. Committed to world-class research, an outstanding learning and student experience, social responsibility. The University of Manchester is the UK's largest single-site university. The University of Manchester has a rich academic history. We are home of the 25 Nobel Prize winners from 1906 till 2010. Awards given to physics, chemistry, economic sciences, and medicine. Currently ranked 6th in the UK, 8th in Europe, and 32nd globally by QS World Rankings. In Financial Times 2023, we are ranked 5th in the UK, 13th in Europe, and 46th globally. Our MBA is triple accredited with AMBA, AACSB, and EQUIS. And as of today, only 110 business schools in 36 countries has a Triple Crown accreditation, and that's 1% of all the business schools in the world. The AMBA, or the Association of MBAs accreditation, certifies the overall quality of the MBA program, including faculty and facilities. The accreditation assures students that the business school adheres to high quality standards. AACSB and EQUIS, on the other hand, include the quality benchmarks for the schools. Here in the Middle East Center, we opened in Dubai Knowledge Park in 2006, celebrating our 17th year with 105 different nationalities and over 2,000 plus MBA graduates today. The school also has a regional community of around 3,000 plus alumni and actively works to create professional networking opportunities to help enrich the wider business community. It is the largest and fastest growing center in the University of Manchester Alliance Manchester Business School International Network. We have centers across the globe, here in Dubai, Shanghai in China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and of course the main center in Manchester. We currently offer programs in MSA in Financial Management, Masters in Educational Leadership and Practice, and of course, the Global Part-Time MBA programs. The University of Manchester named #1 in the UK, #1 in Europe, and second in the world for social and environmental impact. The Times Higher Education World University Rankings in 2023 include 1,799 universities across 104 countries and regions, making them the largest and most diverse university rankings to date. The rankings makes us one of the best in the country as well as the continent for student engagement on post-study outcomes. What you're seeing now is the current stats of the January 2024 intake that we recently concluded. And from here, you get to see that the technology industry is #1 when it comes to the number of students enrolled to the MBA program. The figures also show that there's 21 nationalities, 9 countries of residence. The average age would be about 36, and 33% of them are female students. Be a part of the Team 200. This year is our bicentenary celebration, the 200 years anniversary of the University of Manchester in making a difference worldwide. We want our global community, students and alumni to come together as one for our 200 year. Being part of the 200 means being part of our bicentenary in whatever form that takes. Get involved through our events, activities, and content, and be Manchester. Now, talking about the support you will have from our side, this is the amazing Manchester Bees of the University of Manchester. These are the hardworking men and women of the Middle East Center that will ensure your success into the program. From administration, finance, program counselors, and your support and career advisors, of course, headed by the Queen Bee herself, our founding director, Randa Besiso. Now, let's talk about why the University of Manchester. Let me give you 3 important facts here. Our programs are delivered by leading academics in their fields that fly all the way down from Manchester to Dubai to conduct the actual workshops. You're also going to be dedicated to a student or an alumni teams to support you along with your journey and post your degree. You're also going to be having the chance to network with the world-renowned faculty and remarkable alumni and students from all over the world. Be a part of the regional alumni community of 5,000 plus and global community of over 500,000 plus. Now, when you study a master's program, you will not only learn, but you will also live in the 5 C's of leadership skills. What are those? Let me take you to the first one, which is communications. Communications enable you to first become an excellent listener and from there a great speaker, thereby enabling you to arrive at the well-informed solution or decision. The second C is collaboration, bringing different people together to work towards one common goal, a space where diverse cultures, ideas, and skill sets can come together, creates opportunities for individuals to learn from each other and increase their professional development. Number 3, we'll talk about creativity. This is a tool that fills the gap between the theory and practical applications of organizing, imagination, and innovation. It is a tool that gives managers insight into introducing innovation in their organization. The fourth one is critical thinking. It enables you to make wise decisions by considering all the variables, providing you solutions to the problems, thinking outside the box. And lastly, confidence. Experts agree that a master's program helps you to streamline your organizational skills and actually helps you to implement it in your day to day life activity. This makes you a better, more effective, and well rounded social and professional individuals as you're able to achieve a much needed balance between your social and working life. When you study the master's program, you will be an excellent listener, and from there, a great speaker. You will gain new sets of friends and professional network, innovative, and think outside the box. And lastly, you will gain confidence in whatever you do in your future. Now, let's talk about the global professional MBA programs that we have, the global part-time MBA and the global executive MBA. For the global part-time MBA, this is going to be the largest MBA cohort. It's going to be for 2 years completion, and we're looking for those who have more than 3, 4, or 5 years experience with a strong career progression. Now, let's talk about the structure. The Global MBA part-time program is going to be a 2-year completion. It's going to be through what we call a blended format of learning. Blended because it's a combination of having access online and attending your workshop. So let's say the online part would mainly focus on your assignments completion and your reading materials. You have what we call a virtual campus called Blackboard to check every now and then what's going on in your classes. Now, the workshop, on the other hand, is the attendance you'll be doing in every 6 months. So let's say July is the upcoming cohort. You'll be attending a face-to-face workshop happening in July for 4 days. You come back in September and October for a 7-day workshop, which is 6 days of that would be the face-to-face, while the 7th day will be virtual. You're also going to be having the one in March and April for another 7 days, 6 days again face to face, 1 day would be virtual. And this is all happening in Dubai. You are going to be coming here in Dubai to attend these workshop for the main reason that Dubai will be your home base. And secondary to that, we don't want you only to learn from the program academically, but also we want you to build your connection in the region today. Year 2, on the other hand, would continue another workshop of 4 days in July, September, and October for 6 days, and 3 days in March and April. The difference now in the second year is that you have now electives to choose from. You'll be choosing 3 electives out of 24 options that you can somehow strengthen your skills or improve something on those choices of electives that we have for you. Now, when you choose an elective, it's now the opportunity for you to travel and attend your workshops in our centers abroad. You can now go to Manchester, to Hong Kong, to Singapore, even to Shanghai, and we're giving you an accommodation for free for 6 nights. You only have to pay your fare to come to those chosen centers you wish to go, but we will be covering your accommodation for free for 6 days. That's the Global Part-Time MBA. Now, the Manchester Global Executive MBA is, I would say, the most experienced senior court that we have. We're looking for about 17 years of work experience here and about 12 years of management experience. Now, this is the structure of the Executive MBA. For the first year, you need to travel and be in 6 days in UK in July. In September or October, you have to be in UAE here in Dubai for 6 days, and March and April, 7 days in Hong Kong. We will be covering all your accommodation for free on the first year, and you're also going to be studying a blended format to the Executive MBA. You still have the component of online and workshop activity. The last 6 months of your program will focus now July for 7 days in UK, and in September and October, 6 days in any centers you wish to go. Now, we will only cover the 7 days in UK, while the 6 days that you have chosen, it's going to be up to you now to choose the accommodation that you need to bear yourself. Now, one of the core module is the leading and managing in a global environment. And this is going to be a part A and part B completion with 3-day workshop of each plus online learning format. Mainly, this module will focusing now on the organizational challenge by applying the latest research ideas, frameworks, and practical case studies. We call this module examining the field of organizational behavior. The next module for 6 month completion would be a 4-day workshop plus online learning is the operationalizing and communicating value. This is a combination of operations management and marketing all together in one module, which encourage you to consider the interactions and potential tension between these areas, critically evaluates the application of theory in real life context, and work multinational groups to develop solutions to marketing and operations management challenges. We also have the business accounting and finance, a 3-day workshop plus 1-day virtual workshop, and of course, an online learning. This time, it introduces you with the two main areas of accounting: financial accounting and management accounting. This also explored the design of management accounting and control system, develops the understanding of the theories, techniques, and practices of management and cost accounting. Strategy and competition is a year and a half of completion, which has two parts as well. You have part a 2-day workshop plus 1 day of virtual workshop, and again an online learning. And the part B would consist of a 4-day workshop plus online learning. This explored the key areas of interest: competition, global instability, the sharing economy and technology disruption, dominant school of thoughts, and learn to blend the theory and practice with an emphasis on teamwork and real-time case analysis. Live business project will be the module you'll be doing on your second year. The flexibility to explore an entrepreneurial venture in a sector of your choice, tackle a business issue that is critical to your organization. This is going to be the opportunity to try something you've always wanted to do while gaining invaluable practical business experience to enrich your CV. So you are going to be grouped with 3 to 4 members of one team, and you need to choose a specific company to work on and do your research about it and present that later on. Some of the examples, as you can see there below. Now, I mentioned earlier about some of the elective courses that you'll be choosing on your second year. These are some of the, I would say, examples of that 24 options you have. You will choose 3 out of the 24, and you can take this on your second year. And at the same time, when you completed both programs, let's say Global MBA or Executive MBA, you have one complementary elective that you can take after the completion of your post graduation. Now let's talk about one of the most important part of your decision making, of course, the fees. The Manchester Global Part-Time MBA would cost you about £39,585, which is payable in 4 installments in every 6 months of payment. Currently, we're offering a 12.5% discount as a part of the early bird. Now, the program can be done in 2 years as a minimum, but you can extend the program into 5 years, meaning in the event, for example, you need to take a break or pause, you can always do so. And when you do that, you don't need to pay a 6 month pause. You will just pay the next 6 month payment when you're back again to the program. The program can be done in a maximum of 5 years and minimum 2 years. The Global Finance Accelerated MBA are for those who have financial qualifications like ACCA, IMA, CPA, which means this program would not have any module for business accounting and finance, but rather you're only going to be having the core modules, but not with the finance one because of your financial qualification. That's why it's quite lesser than the global MBA. Plus, for the finance accelerated MBA, you are going to be doing this for a year and a half of completion because again, you're not going to be taking any financial classes anymore. For the executive MBA, it's 42,250 sterling pounds. Now, there's going to be a discount that can be applied when you apply it, but it could only be reaching to a maximum, let's say, of a 7.5%. Again, depending on how you would be requesting for this discount later on, as I explained to you the admission process. If you are a corporate partner, you get to have 10 to 15% discount. And if you are an Isaad card holder here in Dubai, you get to have a 20% discount in the overall fees. Now, let's talk about the application process. As I said earlier, we would love to hear you and to know more about you. So, if you are interested in moving forward, please use the chat box in providing your details like your complete name, your contact number. Let us know the best time to reach you so we can do a one-to-one counseling from your advisors here in the Middle East Center. And we would love to know more about your plan and embarking your journey towards your education. Now, when we send you this email right after this session, this would comprise of everything that we have tackled today. And along with that is the link in doing your application. The application form is needed to be filled up, of course, and the information there should be your personal information. There's also going to be a part where and you have to provide 500 words of essay about your career journey. You're also going to be having a 300 words essay about your strengths. You also have to provide two references, someone who knows you from the past or currently on a professional manner. And you also have to attach certificates of your degrees. You're also going to be attaching a photo, a CV. And when you submit that, it goes to the next part of it, which is to do an exam. Now, our examination is the only test you need to complete from the University of Manchester. You don't need to do an IELTS. You don't need to do a TOEFL or GMAT. You only have to complete our Manchester admission test, which consists of three parts for 45 minutes. We have the verbal component, which tests for English, numerical, which tests mathematical skills, and of course, logical, which tests your psychometric. We will send you that later on, right after you're done your application, and we will send you a sample guide before you begin. These are absolutely free, by the way. You don't need to pay a single penny out of it. So my suggestion is to complete first the process and then wait for the offer to come. And from there, you make a decision if we are the right university for you. And from there, we can help you more about your educational journey. Now, global MBA program, executive MBA program, you are going to be receiving the same degree from Manchester. It's not from Dubai, not from the Middle East. It's not a part-time. It's the same degree if you have completed a full program in the University of Manchester in the UK. That means it doesn't make a difference whether you have done an executive MBA, you have done a global part-time MBA. This is just the same degree that you'll be awarded when you successfully complete your MBA. Now, let's talk about the part-time Masters in Financial Management. The MSc Financial Management course will equip you with the skills and knowledge that financial managers and other similar finance practitioners require for a successful career in finance. The course offers a balance between theoretical foundation and practical applications to solve complex and relevant business challenges. You will be able to study a full range of financial techniques that, for instance, will allow you to evaluate the performance and riskiness of the security of a company. Select valuable investment projects, determine the type of capital a company should raise to fund investment, and analyze a company's financial strategy. Practical experience is gained through the use of case studies and other hands-on activities requiring the application of financial techniques and the ability to process real-world financial data for markets and companies. Let's show you the structure here. It's a 2-year financial program. It's a 2 years completion of the part-time program, 6 areas of importance: financial management, financial markets, financial strategy, private equity, data analysis, and statistical techniques. We only have one intake every September. And again, you always can be having that applied learning from the University of Manchester that will transform your career while you continue working. Accreditation is to ACSB as a business school and a quiz quality system. Now, let me show you a little bit of the information of the structure of the MSc in Finance. You have year one and year two. Year one would have, of course, two semesters, 6-day course conference happening in September, another 6 days of conference happening in May. It's also to a blended format of completion. And as you can see there, you have 4 modules to complete in every year. Another 6 days in year two happening in November, 6 days once again in May. It is going to be a workshop activity that you need to come to Dubai and attend it here. While the online modality will also be there as a guide for your success. Assignment submission, reading materials will also going to be there. So it's the same component as an MBA, but it's going to be only a total of about 24 days of attendance for the next 2 years. 5 years again to do the program. You have an option to take a break if you wish to, and minimum of 2 years of completion. Tuition fee, we're talking about £21,525. It has a 15% early bird discount. It's again payable in 4 installments in every 6 months of payment. September will be our next intake, this 2024. So if you're interested about this module, please let us know as well, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. When you decide to apply for the MSc in Finance, you have to complete an application form again. And you also have to show us a proof that you use English as a mode of instruction in your company, so you don't need to take any English tests anymore. So we can only we will only accommodate, of course, your application completion, and we just see the letter that you use English as a sole medium of instruction, and that will go proceed for the approval. Now, let's talk about the Masters in Education Leadership in Practice. This program, once again, is a 2-year part-time program. You have an intake every September. This will be taught by the leading academics of the University of Manchester. The 4 areas that we focus here is about leadership, critical approach, change management, and networking. Of course, applied learning will still going to be there, which transform your career while you continue working. You also have the ability to pass the same with the MBA and financial management. You have 5 years to complete your program and minimum 2 years. Now, let's take a look now on the structure. It's going to be a 2-year program on a blended format once again. You have the online modality and the course conferences that you need to attend in every 6 months. As you can see, you get to have about 2 modules once again in every 6 months of a semester. You attend a 3 days of face-to-face course conference in September, 3 days once again in March. The following year, 3 days again in September, and March again for 3 days. The course conference is one of the I would say essential part of the program, because you get to network amongst professional individuals into education. You're going to work with them. There's going to be speakers that will be there. Your professors will be there. So it's a mix of learning and also a building the right connection of people in the industry of education. If you want to apply into this program, of course, you also need to complete an application form, and you need to submit an English test. Now, for the English test, we would accept, of course, an IELTS. Otherwise, we can also recommend you our own examination that we can send you. We call it the Pearson test that you need to complete, and you also have to pass that. And when you're done with your application, you're done with the test, that goes for approval, and that's the time we can let you know whether you've been accepted to the program. What are the benefits of doing the course? The degree is designed to give you the tools as a principal to become a head, a board member, an NGO leader, admin, middle manager, and policymaker. After this master's program, you will elevate your goals and approach. You will have this leadership roles that you can have. Make a mark, of course, the chance for you to be the change in your education organization. You will also participate in group work and discussion forums. You'll have the chance to develop your network with global educational leaders, academics, specialists, policymakers, and public figures from across the globe. The skills you'll learn, of course, is to become a leader in education. Practical skills in applying research findings to your workplace, country, and situation. Transferable skills and personal qualities such as conceptual and analytical skills, communication skills, and information handling. The fees, we're talking about 17,850 sterling pound with a 10% early bird discount. Once again, payable in 4 installments in every 6 months. So you have 5 years to do your program, minimum 2 years. You can take a break all the as you wish. Again, when you take a break, you don't pay a single penny out of it. When you come back again to the program, you continue paying the same amount as you complete your program on a maximum 5 years. When you start your program, you will be considered now an alumni of the University of Manchester. You don't have to wait to graduate to be called one, and you'll be having the access of 60,000 Alliance Manchester Business School alumni from 176 countries. There's going to be more than 500,000 alumni from the University of Manchester and over 2,300 alumni only here in the Middle East Center. Alumni network is across the Middle East, coming all the way down from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Riyadh, Jeddah, Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon. These are the countries you'll be working with in terms of building the connection within the alumni community. A lot of activities happening when you become an actual student of the University of Manchester, because even the alumni team would have a services with their careers. There's going to be industry insights, personal development when you're having webinars with them, a job market opportunity. We don't provide jobs, but what we do is that we ensure to help you out to be more visible in the market today. So there's going to be like unemployability webinars, one-to-one appointments in person or online, virtually. There's going to be a lot of networking events. As I said, we're celebrating our 200 years anniversary, so there's going to be a lot of things ongoing right now, and more to come. There's also going to be some career resources that we provide you, like especially now we have the Manchester Mentor Me. These are individuals helping one another to be better at what they do, and of course, alumni extra webinars for the global MBA and also for all our master's programs. Now, this year, we're bringing back the short business courses that we have from the University of Manchester. This course is designed for managers and leaders. It's going to be a face-to-face delivery for 4 to 5 consecutive days in Manchester. So you'll be receiving a certificate course here, a digital badge for each course that has been completed. It will roughly in the amount of 4,000 to 5,000 per course. The short course business that we have would have different schedules that is from available now until the second quarter of the year, and more to come as we progress. You can scan the QR code to learn more about it. And if your company is interested in helping you or supporting you in this one, we can have a quick chat with them, or let's have an appointment that we can discuss further details about a partnership that we have with top companies today, which they help their employee to come to us and study the short business courses as a group, and this would give them a total advantage in gaining exposure more in this chosen topics, as you can see. Now, for more information about the University of Manchester programs, 200-year celebration, short business courses, and just want to get in touch with us, please follow us on your socials. We have the Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We're also on YouTube if you want to watch our videos there. We also want you, if you can, to review us in Google if you get to have a time, and let us know about your feedback and your requests. There you have it. Thank you for having us today, ladies and gentlemen. Ramadan Kareem once again. Please be safe, and we will see you again in the next one. Have a blessed day ahead. Masalam, everyone.